Kenya woke up, smelt the coffee, and beat South Africa. Young boy getting 5, Anav Patel. Going big, going downtown. Does it go all the way? Yes, it does. He is trusting that bottom hand. A lot of power behind the shot. It's Jonathan Campbell.
As the shot again on the slot, in the slot. And that would go right into the pavilions. More runs here for Zim. This time sweeps straight to the fielder, and it's a wicket. Straight to the fielder this time. Young Vishal with my last. A much needed one for Kenya. The game looking poised for an interesting finish.
That was the shot from the man who scored the 6 of the previous ball. And I must tell you, that was a very short movie script between the two. It's Campbell that takes the marching orders with the bowling at his mercy. 42 from 27. He departs against the run of play. And big boy, captain of the Chevrons, the run of play, Madande. And Clive, big boy, captain of the Chevrons, 3 down, Madande. Clive walks in at 3 down.
Last ball of the 12th over. The skipper himself will continue proceedings here for Zimbabwe. They're in a very good position from here. He sweeps straight up. And that would race away for a boundary. And that brings us to the end of the 12th over. It's 82 for 3. Currently cruising at 6.8 per over.
No sighters for the skipper. He comes in fast ball and he says, I've got the biggest broom in the park. Switch hit. An Odessa shot from Madande. Strike rate now for him is 400.
Young Patel as ball comes into attack of the 12th over. Into his keeper himself. Will continue proceedings here for Zimbabwe. Rocks back. Brian. They're in a very good position from here. Down through covers. He sweeps straight up. Single. That would race away for a boundary. Good to see. That brings us to the end of the 12th over. It's 82 for 3. Young talents into currently cruising at 6.8 per over. They will stay strong with the
no Kenyan sighters for the skipper. He comes in fast ball and he says, I've got the biggest broom in the park.
He goes
switch
big.
Hit.
Out of the park.
Shot from Madande.
What a shot.
Strike rate now for him is Clive Madande has come here with one mission to get the scoreboard ticking. He knows at the end of the day it's runs that will matter. That man, look at the power. Look at the full swing. You could mistake him for a golfer on the PGA Tour because he's come out here swinging hard.
Young Patel comes into attack. Into his very second over cricket. This time, long on comes into play. Rocks back. Brian. 7 from 2 deliveries. Back foot hitting down through covers. Zimbabwean happy looking with a very single. Compact here. Being consistent through this tournament. Playing themselves into a very comfortable Kenyan looking to the advantageous position, infusing young talents into this team. Hopefully, beautiful ball. Will stay strong with the Kenyan side.
Whatever the Ugandans are, they should watch.
He goes big
and learn how to bat
out of the park
with the intensity of the
What a
match
shot.
and show that awareness. Clive Mandande has come here with one mission
Bennett
to get the scoreboard
Mandande,
ticking.
just walked
He
in.
knows at the end of the day it's
Continuing with
runs
the
that will
intensity,
matter.
because at the end of the day, it's the
That
runs
man,
you have on board.
look at the
Not
power.
number of wickets.
Look at the full swing. You could mistake him for a golfer on the PGA Tour because he's come out here swinging hard. Patel being unsettled here by the senior batters
Very sensible
who are
cricket
hitting him
this
at
time.
9 per over. His
Long
2
on
overs
comes
have
into
gone
play.
for 18.
7 from 2 deliveries.
A huge 6 in each of the overs is bowled.
Zimbabwean
And the score is 92 for 3
Being
after
consistent
13.
through this tournament, playing themselves into a very comfortable and advantageous position. Beautiful ball.
Wherever the Ugandans are, they should watch and learn how to bat with the intensity of the match and show that awareness. You look at Bennett and Mandande, who's just walked in, continuing with the intensity, because at the end of the day, it's the runs you have on board, not the number of wickets. Kenya turn to the golden arm of a man who is the former captain. Patel being unsettled here by the Shem Obadongoche. He's not trying to hitting him at 9 per over. His 2 overs have gone of Mandande for 18. The first time this tournament, I'm seeing huge 6 in each of the overs is bowled. And the score is 92 for 3 to hug the 30 yard or even field in the 15s there to cut off some runs. Shem Ngoche has played so many matches for this team. Hit through the gaps, peppering it on the offside through the covers for 4.
More and more runs for Zim as they approach the 100 runs mark. That's a shot again. That will go through covers. Solidly on the back foot, piercing that gap with no protection in that region.
Kenya turn to the golden arm of a man who is
Sweeps
the
that
former
away.
captain.
Beautifully done.
Shem
by
Obadongoche. He's not trying to give any arms to
Shem
the big
Goche.
flashing blade of Mandande. For the first time this tournament, I'm seeing Collins Obuya patrol the boundary. He normally likes
That's 100 up.
to hug
for
the
Zim.
30 yard or even
We're
field
happy
in the
to get
15s
there
there to cut off
in
some
a
runs.
fashion way. Shem just
Shem
drifting down the leg
Goche.
side.
He's played so many matches for this
Brian
team.
made no mistake about that one.
Shem Ngoche hit through the gaps, peppering it on the guilty of bowling it all over the place through the covers for 4. He must pick
More and
one
more
line
runs for Zim
and bow to the
as they
field setting.
approach the 100
He's
runs
asked for
mark.
from the
That's
skipper.
a shot again.
Is
I
into
will
his
go
third
through
over. He
covers.
picked up a wicket, but this over has been costly already. 10
Solidly
runs
on the
from
back
it.
foot
His first 2
piercing
overs have
that
gone
gap.
for 8.
with no protection in that region.
Here's the big hitting Mandande.
He sweeps that
Yes,
away.
room, but Shem is wise.
Beautifully
That's it,
done
where exactly
by
his run to.
Brian.
It's just a 1 run.
And you see the way he's adjusted
Shem
there.
Goche.
Shows some awareness of what he's doing. Created that room. The ball came into him and he chose to play a proper cricket shot through
That's
mid on
100
for a
up.
single. For Zim, we're happy to get there in a fashion way. Shem just drifting down
Better
the leg
from
side.
Shem, and even
And Brian made no mistake about
a
that
solid
one.
effort from Bennett. Beg your pardon, it's
Goche.
Clive. Gets 1 there. Guilty of bowling it all over the place. He must pick one line and bow to the field setting. He's
And
asked
it's
for
end
from
of
the
the
skipper.
14th over
He's into his third over.
It's
He picked up a
104
wicket,
for 3.
but this over has been costly. Already 10 runs from it. His first 2 overs had gone for 8. Here's the big hitting Mandande. Creates room, but Shem is wise. That's it where exactly he's run to. It's just a 1 run.
And you see the way he's adjusted there. Shows some awareness of what he's doing. Created that room, the ball came into him, and he chose to play a proper cricket shot through mid-on for a single.
Better from Shem, and even a solid effort from Bennett. Beg your pardon, it's Clive. Gets one there.
And it's end of the 14th over. It's
Young Francis comes back into the attack. Kenya in the semi-finals because of that big showing yesterday against Ghana. That man Collins Obuya, who's done a lot of ground fielding today on the boundary and in the circle. The 42-year-old with a 30-ball 68, the 7th half century of the tournament.
Swing and misses that one. And Kenya, they understand it and they know they have a lot to do from this point. All looking set here for Zim. A very good intensity here. They've got the quality up front and in the middle.
And go. They run through quickly for one. Young Francis comes back into the attack. Kenya in the semi-finals because of that big showing yesterday against Ghana. That man Francis here with a job to do for the team today on the boundary and in the circle. The 42-year-old with a 30-ball 68, the 7th half century of the tournament. Big appeal.
Swing and misses that one.
Right to the boundary. Fortune favors the brave. Clive Mandande not knowing anything about where that one was headed to. They understand it and they know they have a lot
to do from this point.
Plays one way, it goes the other. Looks agricultural, but it's
and that's the shot again. He walks towards the off-stump line for Zim. Looking to go down the leg side. Brave skipper. Very good intensity here. That's forcing things through here, ensuring and in the middle. The board is ticking. Very sensible cricketer.
They run through quickly for one. Full toss on offer. And will get the rightful punishment it deserves. Francis here with a job to do for the team.
It's a no ball. Signaled by the square leg umpire. That's it. The shot again. Clive was in position and was offered. He will have to bowl that ball again.
Appeal.
It's no ball. 7 runs from that delivery.
Fortune favors the brave.
12 runs already.
Clive Mandande not knowing anything about where that
2
one
deliveries
was headed
still to come. This is looking a very big over.
Looks agricultural, but
Kenya has a shot again. Think this one through towards the off stump line. Because looking to go down the leg side. Quite disciplined. Brave skipper. Was forcing things through here, get hold of this one. The board is taken away towards deep mid wicket. Very sensible. Just cricketer. A single from that one. Clive.
Francis Mutua under the pump. Full toss on offer is fetched and will get the rightful punishment it deserves.
And it's a no ball. Signaled by the square leg umpire. That's it. The shot again. Clive was in position. Everything on the back and
now
was offered
to
bring fortunes to Zim.
We'll
have to bowl that ball again.
Single
and that brings no ball. 7 runs from that delivery.
118 for 3 at 7.8.
12 runs already.
Current run rate.
2 deliveries still to come. This is looking a very big over. And Kenya will have to think this one through.
Deliveries and Brown 22 of 26.
The Zimbabwean bowling unit quite disciplined.
Going to continue to enforce things here for Zimbabwe.
And they are in a very good situation. Get hold of this one. but pulls away towards deep mid wicket. Just a single from that one.
I tell you what, Andy, if they get Francis Mutua, they will be right there within the 150 region under the pump. And it will be a good batting show. 23 runs is fetched in just 1.5 overs.
Everything on the bat now seems to bring fortunes to Zim. It's another single, and that brings us to the end of the 15th over. 118 for 3 at
150 looks like it's on. Do you concur,
current
Andy?
run rate.
And why? 150 looks like it's on.
Clive.
Do you concur, and why?
The skipper,
30
21
deliveries,
of 9 deliveries,
7
and Brian,
wickets in hand.
22 of 26.
The way Brian and Clive are batting,
Clearly,
I see 50
going to continue to enforce things here for
from
Zimbabwe.
30 deliveries.
And they are in a very good situation.
30 balls left.
Misfield there.
And I tell you what, Andy,
That brings on the
get 30
aggressive
runs,
Clive
will be right there within the 150 region.
on strike.
And it will be a good 21 from 9. The skipper walking into bat at number 5. He handed himself the blank check. And well, he's cashed in here. 21 from 9 balls. What an innings from Clive. 1 4 2 sixes. I like how he's playing. He's a free spirit. He's enjoying his time there. He's the captain and he's not playing with the pressure we've seen many captains play with. The 150 looks like he's on.
I can't
Do you
agree
concur,
less.
Andy? And
You know,
why?
he sweeps that one, and that will
150
go
looks
all
like
the
it's
way.
on. Do you concur?
Quickly
And why?
picks the gap.
30 deliveries, 7 wickets
Michelle
in hand.
drifting to the
The way
leg side
Brian and
again.
Clive are batting,
And the aggressive
I see
Clive
50
cashing in nicely.
from 30 deliveries.
That is Clive in full flow. He's been meting out punishment after punishment.
Misfield there.
He gives you in your report
A
card
single
that what back in the day.
That brings
See
on
me.
the aggressive Clive on strike.
21 from 9. See Clive how he's enjoying his time out there in the middle. Bat at number 5, making the wicket look like a feather bed. Check. And well, he's
Very
cashed in
interesting
here.
show here is how it. I mean, he looks to
21
go
from
on the
9
offside
balls.
as well.
What an innings from Clive.
Unsettling the
1
bowlers.
4 2 sixes.
Very good approach, I'll say. And the spinners, we keep thinking where they have to bowl at. But he's made
I
the
like
best
how
of
he's
this
playing.
moment.
He's a free
26
spirit.
of 12 deliveries.
He's enjoying his time there.
He's
He's
making
the
Bennett
captain and he's
look
not playing with the pressure we've seen many captains play
like
with.
he hasn't done anything thus far. 27
can't
balls
agree
faced by
less.
Bennett. He's
You
got
know.
23.
He sweeps that one, and that will go all the way. Quickly picks
Tries to
the gap.
sweep. This is fine. Now the chase is
Michelle
on from
drifting to
Rakeb
the leg
Patel.
side again.
Does it roll out to
And
the
the
boundary?
aggressive
Yes, it
Clive
does. Rakeb won't be chipping
Cashing
in a
in
dive.
nicely. 10 from 5 already.
That is Clive in full flow. He's
becoming
been
another
meting
big
out
over for
punishment
Zimbabwe.
after punishment.
That's it. A cheeky one.
He gives you in
Didn't
your
really
report
get hold
card
of it,
that
but
what back in
They
the day.
will
See
get
me.
4 from that one.
That's what happens if you bowl all over the place. Vishil and Nav, the
Clive, how he's
youngsters,
enjoying
have
his
been
time
put
out there in the
under
middle.
immense pressure, making the wicket look
By the
like a
Zimbabwean
feather bed.
batters.
And that's how you bat with
Very
authority.
interesting
Well,
show here is
he
how
picks up a wicket
I mean,
there.
he looks to go on the offside as well.
Young Vishil,
Unsettling
strikes
the
back.
bowlers. Very good approach,
Bennett
I'll
is clean
say.
board.
And the spinners, we keep thinking
With an
where
old
they have
square.
to bowl at. But he's made the best of this moment.
Was a
26 of
beautiful
12
delivery.
deliveries.
He's making Bennett
That's
look
it again.
like he hasn't
That
done
one
anything thus
drifting.
far. 27 balls
Plays
faced by
and misses
Bennett. He's
that
got
one.
23.
Trying to go down the leg side.
Tries to sweep. This is fine. Now the chase is on
And
from
That's
Rakeb
the
Patel.
end of the 16th over.
Does it roll out
It
to
is
the boundary? Yes, it
127
does. Rakeb won't
for
be
the loss
chipping
of
in a
4
dive.
wicket. We're into the 17th over. 10 from 5 already. It's becoming another big over for Zimbabwe. That's it. A cheeky one. Didn't really get hold of it, but he will get 4 from that one.
That's what happens if you bowl all over the place. Vishil and Nav, the youngsters, have been put under immense pressure by the Zimbabwean batters, and that's how you bat with authority. Well, he picks up a wicket there. Young Vishil strikes back. Bennett is clean board. Beaten all square.
Was a beautiful delivery. That's it again. And that one drifting. Just plays and misses that one. Trying to go down the leg side.
Lucas Ndandason Oluoch.
That's the end
vice
of the
captain.
16th over. It is 127
Big
for the
boy.
loss of 4 wickets. We're into
Left-hander.
the 17th over.
He's going to come through with some pace to check Mandande's hitting abilities. Mandande, well, he's got the protection on. Don't want to see a scenario of yesterday when Isaac Danladi was roughed up by Tyra. Was it Trevor?
Yeah. He won't stop this. Clive Mandande pulls that one. Fielder comes around. They will get a couple, 2 runs from that delivery. 130 mark. You know, we spoke about 50 from the last 30 deliveries. It's on the card, and Zim won't stop.
Lucas
balls left.
Ndandason Oluoch, the
run
vice
rate
captain.
is good. 8.04
Of
minutes.
Kenya.
They'll get the
Big
160.
boy.
If they continue in the same
Left-hander.
manner.
He's going to come through with
Bludgeoned.
some pace. Does it
To
get
check
a
Mandande's
full
hitting
maximum?
abilities.
Yes. That is the third
Mandande,
six.
well, he's got the protection on.
Hit by Mandande in that region where his dugout
Want to see
is.
scenario of yesterday when
Power.
Ladi
It's
was
a
roughed up
Mandande
by
show for now. Switch on the TVs.
Tyra. Was it Trevor?
Clearly, he said it from the very first ball. He won't stop this. The first is 34. Clive Mandande of 14 deliveries.
Pulls that
Powering
one,
that
through.
comes around. The overs
We'll
there.
get
A couple, 2 runs from that delivery.
Strike rate of
130
250
plus. The skipper, you know, we spoke about
Pressing on to
50
make a
from
strong
the last
statement
30
here.
deliveries. It's on the card, and Zim won't stop. Balls in the block hole. No run from that one. 8 already from the
23
over.
balls left.
The run rate is good.
Match
8.04 minutes.
look
They'll
like
get the 160.
It's
If
flowing
they continue
all
in the same manner.
for the men.
In gold.
Bludgeoned. Does it get a full
The men in red and green,
maximum?
Kenya.
Yes. That is the third
Must
six.
pump up themselves to bounce back
Hit by
in this
Mandande
match.
in that region where his dugout is.
Power. It's a beautiful shot from
It's a
Mr.
Mandande show for now.
Clive
Switch on the
Mandande.
TVs. Almost finishing the shot
Clearly.
with one hand. Flourish from the stylish player.
Everything just going his way. There is it again. Over pitch. And this time, he will just take the bottom hand of that shot. Shows he is superbly in control. And it's 12 runs already from 4 deliveries. Lucas under the pump now. 140 up. The overs there. At this rate, strike
might
rate
get
of
170.
250
Very
plus.
possible.
They won't stop pumping. Clive,
Keeper.
the skipper himself, pressing on to make a strong statement here.
Full toss. Didn't get it out of the middle. Mr.
Balls in the
Skipper
block hole.
will get
No
2
run from that
runs
one.
there.
8
He has
already
really
from the
been
over.
A thorn in the flesh of these
Match that
Kenyans.
it look like it's flowing
Actually
all
don't
the
know where
way
to bowl
for
to
the
him.
men.
It's like they're
Gold.
seeing him and looking at him like a space invader.
The men in red and green,
Well, you
Kenya.
see the way he's used the crease.
Must pump up
Batting
themselves
up and
to
down.
bounce back in this match.
From middle to leg to off stump line.
It's a
But the
beautiful
most important
shot
thing
from
we spoke about
Mr.
earlier is his
Clive Mandande.
control.
Almost finishing
and
the shot
balance
with one
before
hand.
He attempts any shot.
Flourish from the stylish player.
Everything just going his way. There is
no
it
ball.
again. Over pitch. And this time,
This
he will
time,
just take the bottom hand of that shot. Free hit. Shows he is superbly in control. And it's 12 runs already from 4 deliveries. Lucas under the pump now. 140 up. More voices will come through. A big moment here for, at this rate, we might get Zimbabwe. Ella, you're welcome to the Comms Box again. They won't stop pumping. Clive Innocent has really been pumping us up here.
Full toss. Eli walks in with didn't get it out of the middle. On fire. Keeper. Eli will get 2 runs.
Clive Mandande not able to fully utilize that free hit opportunity.
In the flesh.
But it has been a Mandande show
of these Kenyans.
39 of 19 deliveries.
Actually don't know where to bowl to him.
Zimbabwe now.
It's like they're seeing him.
144 for the loss of 4
him
wickets.
Like a space invader.
Well, you see the way he's used the crease.
Just under
batting
8.5.
up and down. From middle to
going
leg
down
to
into
off
the
stump
last
line. The most important thing we spoke about earlier is this
how crucial these tend to be
and balance before he attempts
the interesting
any
thing
shot.
is that Clive Mandande is joined by another big hitter, Tony Munyonga.
So
I tell you, he can strike it big as well. And if his skipper gives him the green light to go,
free hit,
and he's able to make a few connections, another 190 would be on the cards for Zimbabwe.
Well, we spoke about it earlier. More voices will come through. They will progress in the last 30. Big moments here of this innings, and they've showed that great Zimbabwe. Ella, you're welcome to the Comms Box again. The onslaught and enforcing Innocent has really been pumping us up here. The maximum they can from the last 18 deliveries.
Eli walks in with Mandande on fire.
Emmanuel
Eli
Bundu comes back into the attack. Not able to fully utilize that free hit opportunity, but it has been a Mandande show. 39 of 19 deliveries. Zimbabwe now 144 for the loss of 4 wickets
by Emmanuel. The good thing is the Kenyans have the ability as well.
8.5.
But it's who dominates.
Going down
the runs are on the board. The scoreboard pressure will be on.
18 deliveries. How crucial these tend to be. Mandande walks down and blasted leg side. Clive Mandande is great work from deep backward square, who cleans up to keep it to 2. Big as well. And if his skipper gives him the green light to go, himself is the set batter on 41 of 21. He's able to make a few connections up for Zimbabwe. And the target will definitely be around the 180, 190 mark there.
Well, we spoke about it earlier.
Eli talked about how too generous here.
They will progress in the last 30 balls of this innings.
165 is what we're looking at here. 160,
keeper leading from
180, 190. Well, they need to engage third gear now.
Make sure they get the maximum they can from the last 18 deliveries.
What are you going with, Andy?
I think 175.
175.
Yeah.
I would believe 180, 190. Emmanuel 160 Innocent.
Bundu. And he's staying on the fence. He's trying to stay in the middle on the fence. Come on, Andy.
Our swinger misses that one. Was there for the take. He knows it. Clive. Big cheeky smile there by Emmanuel. Keep cashing in. The good thing is the Kenyans have the ability as well. Looking to go offside. Who dominates that one? The key is the runs are on the board. The scoreboard pressure will be on.
Clive Mandande has been taking charge. Mandande walks down and blasted leg side. Great work from deep backward square, who cleans up to keep it to 2. Comes down the track. Mandande will be launches this one up in the air, and the wicketkeeper takes it 21. So the Clive Mandande show comes to an end. And the target will definitely be around the 180, 190 mark there. He was looking to launch him over the leg side.
Eli being a little too generous here. You can see that there was a little talk going on and chopping up of Mandande. 165 is what we're looking at here. 160. When he picks the wicket, he tells 180, 190. Well, they need to engage. Third gear now. We're onto a steep hill. Cool Bondi is in control of the situation.
What are you going with?
Wily ball, very slow, not in the zone to be slogged.
I would believe 180,
he threw the kitchen sink at it.
You're on 160.
So Singh called, and he's staying on the fence. He's trying to stay in the middle, or is the safest option. The Clive Mandande show is over at 2:35 p.m. here in Accra.
There for the take. He knows it. Clive.
Until then,
Mandande.
We'll get back to you.
He needs to keep cashing in. That's a delivery.
The key
Created
thing
room
there was that
looking to go offside, but
Manuel was
misses
able
that
to
one.
bowl it off the back end. It was a slow ball. Found a leading edge. Clive Madande is wicketkeeper Ren taking charge. He has 30 yards to get to. Lifted his foot off the pedal. He'll be looking Clive Madande gone. Launch big versus Emmanuel Tashingam Sekiwa into the crease. Comes down the track. Launches this one up in the air. The wicketkeeper takes it. So the Clive Madande show comes to an end.
We'll run hard.
With
more runs, yeah.
Rather soft dismissal. He was looking to launch him over the leg side.
And you can see that there was a little talk going on and tapping up of Mandande.
165,
Bundi kept smiling at him. And when he picks the wicket, he tells everyone else in the camp.
I'm on 175.
Stay calm.
Maybe if they lose 2 more wickets, then I'll reconsider. And for now, that is where I am.
You support Manchester
United
ball
all
very
over the
slow,
place,
trying to hug his own to be slogged. He threw the kitchen sink at it. Sukhdeep Singh called, and Nav wanted it. But the keeper, always the safest option.
A single to keep strike.
The Clive Mandande show is over at 2:35 p.m. here in Accra.
Might have pulled the hamstring.
Until then,
looks to be in a little bit of pain there. Yep. The key thing there was that he was an integral part of Zimbabwe's bowling. Bowl it off the back 18 overs up, slow Zimbabwe 148 for 5. Found a leading edge. And the wicketkeeper ran about 30 yards to get to. Clive Madande gone. It brings Tashingam Sekiwa to the crease.
We'll run hard. More runs here. Zimbabwe will not stop. They'll keep pushing. And I'll tell you what. 165, 175. Very possible. I'm on 175. And maybe if they lose 2 more wickets, then I'll reconsider. But for now,
Lucas Ndanderson to ball his final. No over. He's allotted 4.
You're all over the place.
Greeted by Tony Munyonga. Smacks this one leg side, but there's protection.
Which team I support.
Tony Munyonga showing that he's got a very good hand.
Stills a single to keep strike.
See him,
and he gets off the mark. Clive Madande just getting some fluid there. Sekiwa might have pulled the hamstring there. Struck a belligerent 41. A little bit of pain there. Quick off the blocks. Tashingam Sekiwa is an integral part of Zimbabwe's bowling. He'll be looking just to 18 overs up. Zimbabwe 148 for 5. Munyonga.
He goes
on himself. Tashingam Sekiwa rather has a different mindset from what I said. He takes on Lucas Ndanderson and sends him for a maximum.
Munyonga gets the praise as the big hitter here, but it's Sekiwa that bludgeons this one all the way to the medics. The rightful treatment they are being given to the Ebufe ball.
And Lucas now trying to make some adjustments to field settings, but I don't know if you could change your field for that kind of a shot, because that when we're Lucas Ndanderson to ball his final. No over if he's allotted 4. It's greeted by Tony Munyonga. Goes up again. Smacks this one leg side. It's in a vacant region. It'll be 1 bounce and over the rope. It'll be 4.
He's got a very good hand.
That was a beautiful shot inside out. Yeah, he goes there.
Getting some fluid there.
Looking to go leg side, but the bowler dragged him and he took that option.
Quick
this
off
is a
the
class
blocks.
act.
Zim
won't stop going really hard.
159 looking just to
changing.
175.
Bring Innocent, are you changing? You said 160 on 159.
He goes 170 is what I said.
Hey, you're dancing around now.
Tashingam
Nice to me, I'm innocent. I can only be as honest and
different
good enough.
Mindset from what I said. He takes on Lucas Ndanderson and sends him for a maximum. Again. Does he get the distance? Yes, he does.
Munyonga gets the praise as the big hit here.
Tashingam Sekiwa
but it's Sekiwa
is here to make an impression, giving out a good cameo here
all the way.
He has 3 big ones,
the medics.
2 maximums and 1 boundary.
The rightful treatment they are being given to the
That's the shot again.
Ebufe ball.
Opens up.
And Lucas now
That
trying
leg
to make
side
some
option.
adjustments to field
And
settings.
it will get a
But I don't
maximum.
know if
Sorry,
you could change
Innocent.
the field
We've
for
gone
that
past
kind
your
of a shot,
165 mark.
because that went well.
I can tell you a
out
beautiful
of the
story about
park.
Musekiwa. He's batting only for the second time in his young T20
Goes up
career.
again, and it's in a vacant region.
High score
It'll be
there.
1 bounce and over. The rope it'll be 4.
A clean hitting
That was a beautiful
display.
shot
We're watching.
inside out.
Very privileged.
There
Kenya
he
under the
goes there.
pump.
Well,
Could end up under the
Looking
bus.
to go leg side, but the bowler
Anderson
dragged him and he
now
took that
choosing to
option.
come around the wicket.
This is a class act.
See
Zim
that
won't
that's
stop
pressure.
going really,
And
really
he's
hard.
messing up with his
159.
run
Andy,
up.
are you changing?
175.
Innocent, are you changing? You said 160 on
a
159.
huge 6, 2
165,
big ones.
170 is what I said.
Hey, you're
And
dancing
1-4.
around now.
Come on, be nice to me. I'm
17 from
innocent.
the over already.
I can only be as honest and good enough.
Here we go. In the block hole. No, Tony Munyonga had
Up in
run
the air
well.
again. Does he get the
halfway
distance?
through.
Yes, he does.
The bowler is asking the fielder, why didn't you throw it?
Tashinga Msekiwa
Neil Mugabe is
is here
saying that
to make
you were
an
not behind
impression,
the stumps
giving
that
out a
could have
good
gone
cameo here.
all the
He
way
has
to the
3
other
big
side.
ones, 2 maximums and 1
He knows
boundary.
no protection behind the bowler. Smart cricket. That's the shot again. It's 165 for Opens
5
up.
now. 18.42
That
to
leg
come.
side option. And it will get a maximum. Sorry,
So
Innocent. We've gone past your 165 mark.
Comes down the track and hits it straight.
Beautiful story
That's
about
a clean
Musekiwa.
hit.
He's batting only
That's
for the
another
second time
6.
in his
That'll be
young
3
T20
sixes in this
career.
over.
Already onto his
From
high score there.
Tashinga Msekiwa's bat.
What a clean hitting.
Came down the track, hit it as
This
straight
we're
as a
watching.
ruler
Very
over long on.
privileged.
23
Kenya under the
from that
pump.
over.
Well,
Could end up
Quite
under the bus.
massive. Happy dugout.
Anderson
It's
now
171
choosing to
for
come
5.
around the wicket.
We're into the last 6
And see
of
that
this innings.
that's pressure. It is messing up with
Andy, I
his
told you said
run-up.
170. We're
He's
past
been
it.
sent for a huge 6, 2
Guys,
big
Innocent,
ones.
you started with 160. You were on
And
170.
1-4.
I said between 180 to 190.
17
That's where
from
we'll
the
end
over
up.
already.
Andy, you know nothing. You know nothing. You know
In the block
nothing.
hole. No, Tony Munyonga had
Clean
run well
Hitting from
halfway through.
Msekiwa.
The bowler
Look
is
at how he
asking the
holds the
fielder,
bat.
why didn't you
Grip.
throw it?
And that bottom hand always coming
Neil
into
Mugabe
play.
is saying that you were
Give it
not
the
behind the
power.
stumps that could have
Right.
gone in the last all
Over.
the way to the other side. Emmanuel
He knows no protection behind the bowler.
Ringera
Smart
Bindu has
cricket.
been given the task of bowling this
165
last
for 5
over.
now. 18.42
Tony
to
Munyonga
come.
on strike. He's having a look at the field set.
So now
Deep backward square.
comes down the track and hits it
Deep
straight.
mid wicket.
That's
Long
a clean
on,
hit.
long off.
That's another 6. That'll
Works
be
for
3 sixes in this over.
a single
From
to bring Msekiwa on strike.
Msekiwa's bat.
Munyonga
Came down the track,
reportedly
hit
the
it
big
as straight
hitter
as
is
a
giving
ruler
the strike to
over
the man
long
who
on.
is on fire and rightfully so.
23 from that
That's teamwork
over.
at play.
Quite
23
massive.
runs by
Happy
Msekiwa
dugout.
of 6 deliveries.
It's 171 for 5.
That is show of character.
We're into the last
The
6
intent, the plan
of this
clearly
innings.
matched out. They are
Andy, I
saying
told you
this
said
is how to
170,
bat
we're
in
past
T20
it.
cricket.
Here we go. Emmanuel versus
Guys, Innocent, you
Msekiwa.
started with 160. You were on 170.
Worked
I said between
just behind.
180
Fine
to
leg. You
190,
won't get
that's where
there. That'll
we'll
be
end up.
4.
Andy, you know nothing. You know nothing. You know
The Msekiwa
nothing.
charge. Some
Continues.
clean
We're done
hitting
with the
from
Madande show. Now it's the
Msekiwa.
Tashinga
Look
Msekiwa
at how he
show.
holds the bat, the grip, and that bottom hand always coming into
He's
play.
picking these boundaries with
Give it
ease.
the power.
Right.
Munyonga
The
is
last
just enjoying
over.
the show from the non-strikers then.
Emmanuel
Live made
Ringera
easy here in
Bindu
Accra,
has been given the
Achimota.
task of bowling this last over.
Tashinga, who would
Tony
have
Munyonga
thought
on strike.
he would be
He's
in
having a
this
look at the
frame
field
of mind.
set. Deep backward square. Deep mid wicket. Long on. Long
Took a
off.
ball.
But it'll be works for
Taken as
a
wide.
single to bring
Straight down
Msekiwa on
leg
strike.
side.
Munyonga
Smiles in the
reportedly the
Zimbabwean
big hitter
dugout.
is giving the strike to the man who is on fire and rightfully so.
Who wouldn't
That's
be
teamwork
happy?
at play.
23
Job
runs
is halfway
by Msekio
done.
of 6 deliveries.
175 is up. Might get into
That is
177.
show of character. Well, I give that
The
to you,
intent,
Eli.
the
Well
plan
done. Great prediction.
Clearly matched out.
But it's Emmanuel who might come on that is
Up
what
and
guesses how
away
to bat
goes.
in T20 cricket.
Another
Here we
straight
go.
hit over long on, who
Emmanuel
will
versus
just ask
Msekio.
one of the fans to retrieve the ball for him.
Worked just behind. Fine leg. He won't get there. That'll be 4.
Flying away is what Msekio is doing.
The Msekio charge continues. We're done with the
Distance and
Madande
height
show. Now it's the
equals to a
Tashinga
maximum.
Msekio show.
This is so unfair, actually. It's so unfair to the bowlers.
He's picking these
This is
boundaries with
unbelievable.
ease.
33
Tony
off 8
Munyonga
deliveries.
is just enjoying the show from the
183
non-strikers
on the
then.
cards
now. They told you that they'll be marching and
Live
targeting
made
the
easy
190
here
mark.
in
3 deliveries
Accra,
to go.
Achimota. Tashinga, who would have
This
thought
man is in
he
400
would be in
plus.
this frame of mind?
Che.
Goes again leg side. And it's another one. That's a good ball, but
Second 6
it'll be
consecutively.
taken as wide.
189 will be on the cards now. Tashinga Msekio moves
Smiles
to
in the
39
Zimbabwean dugout.
of just 9 deliveries. 9. Just 9.
Who
This
wouldn't
is
be happy?
murderous. This is not
Job
fair.
is halfway done.
That's it. Opening up that
175
front
is
foot,
up. Might get into
finding that right
177.
balance.
Well, I give that to
Maximum.
you, Eli. Well done. Great prediction.
Emmanuel
Emmanuel,
Bindu
who
hoping
might
to
come
go
on that
left
is
Up
side.
and away
Was
he goes.
clipped off the
pads for 6. Another straight hit over long on,
Trying to
who will
give that
just
smiley
ask
face.
one of the fans to retrieve the ball for him.
Well, they're saying
Belligerent.
finish him off in the dugout. 2
Flying
deliveries to go.
away is what Msekio is
Goes
doing.
again, but doesn't get enough there. And they will just
Distance
get the
and
one
height
to bring Tony
equals to a
Munyonga on
maximum.
strike for the last delivery.
This is so unfair, actually.
Tashinga
So unfair to
Msekio
the bowlers.
has
This is
gotten
unbelievable. 33 off 8 deliveries.
40 runs.
The
183
legends
on the
in
cards
Kenyan
now.
camp, they are
They
Joseph
told you
Angara,
that they'll be
former
marching and
Botswana,
targeting the 190
and
mark.
Lamek
3
Onyango
deliveries to go.
watching. Lamek, literally not watching. If you ask me again, is in 400 plus.
Well, it's been carnage, I tell you.
Jay.
190 up for Zimbabwe.
Goes again leg side. And it's
Tony
another one.
Munyonga gets in the action on the last delivery. Blast
Second
this
6
one into the
consecutively.
forest for 6 to end proceedings here. Leaving
189
Zimbabwe
will be on the cards now.
196 for 5 in 20 overs.
Moves to
Striking
39
at a run
of
rate
just
of
9 deliveries.
9.80.
9. Just
You win
9.
that battle,
This is
Eli.
murderous.
You win that battle.
This
I
is
give it
not
to you.
fair.
And leaving Innocent
That's
to
it.
hang by. Opening up that
That's
front
an
foot.
amazing finish
And
there.
finding that right balance.
All the
way, deep mid wicket, nowhere
Maximum.
near the boundary ropes. No chance
Emmanuel Bindu
whatsoever.
hoping to go leg side.
196
was
for
clipped
5.
off the pads
Loaded
for
20
6.
overs.
Zimbabwe had their foot on the pedal from
Trying
the
to
moment
give
they
that
started
smiley
the innings,
face.
going at 6 and over. But when Clive Madande
Well,
came into the park of
saying
play,
finish him off.
started to
in the
push
dugout.
things, pushed it well
2
into
deliveries
the
to go.
150s. Goes again,
Tashinga
but doesn't
Msekio
get
came
enough
in.
there. In 10
They will
deliveries
just
that he faced,
get the
scoring
one,
to bring
39
Tony
runs.
Munyonga on strike
Tony
for the last
Munyonga,
delivery. 904, blasting
Tashinga
6
Msekio
off the last delivery
has
to take
gotten
Zimbabwe to 196. There you go,
40
Rodney Mfuza.
runs.
14 of 12. Marumani
Joseph
didn't do
Angara,
much,
formerly
just
Botswana,
9 of 17.
and Lamek
Jonathan
Onyango
Campbell, 42 of
watching.
27.
Lamek,
Brian Bennett, 27 of
literally not
29.
watching. If
Then
you ask
Clive
me again-
Madande show began. 41
Well,
runs
it's
from
been carnage,
23.
I tell you,
Tony
190
Munyonga,
up for
904.
Zimbabwe.
Then that man, Tashinga Msekio, 39
Tony
runs
Munyonga
of
gets in
10,
the action on the
putting
last
Zimbabwe
delivery.
to 196,
Blast this
which
one
will include
into the
15
forest.
extras for 6 to
Look at this
end
bowling card.
proceedings
Nothing
here, leaving
enviable
Zimbabwe
about it.
on 196 for
Everybody
5
is gone
in 20
and fetched
overs,
from out
striking
of the
at a run
boundary.
rate of
Lucas Ndadason,
9.80.
meted
You
out
win
to
that
him
battle,
in his
Eli.
4 overs.
You win that battle. I
Two
give
for
it to
41
you.
for
And
Emmanuel
leaving Innocent
Ringera
to hang
Bundi.
by. That's an
2
amazing
for
finish there.
29.
All the
Vishal
way,
Patel,
deep mid wicket,
1
nowhere
for 20
near
from Shem Ngoche,
the boundary ropes.
who actually
No
leaves
chance whatsoever.
this innings as the only man,
196
old bowler
for
with his
5.
head held up
Loaded
high.
20 overs.
What a show!
Zimbabwe had their foot on
We'll
the pedal
enjoy
from the
and
moment
enjoy
they
the
started the
highlights.
innings,
Highlights package
going
of
at
what
6
was
and
happening.
over. But when Clive
Belligerent
Madande came into
Zimbabwe's
the
batters
park of
tearing
play,
apart
started
the
to push
Kenyan
things,
bowlers.
pushed it well into the 150s.
The wicket of
Sekiwa came
missed
in
a full toss
in 10 deliveries that he faced,
bowling of
scoring
Emmanuel.
39 runs.
And it struck
Tony
his leg
Munyonga,
stump.
904.
Jonathan Campbell came in
blasting
and he pulled away
6 of the last delivery.
his first
to take
boundary,
Zimbabwe
cutting
to
it fine as well.
196. There you go. Rodney
An
Mfutsa,
array of strokes
14 of
shown
12.
by the Zimbabwean batters.
Marumani didn't do
Rodney
much,
Mfutsa
just 9 of
walked past
17.
one.
Jonathan Campbell,
But that did not
42
stop
of
the
27.
Zimbabwean batters from
Brian Bennett,
scoring.
27 of 29. Then Clive Madande show
Jonathan
began.
Campbell had a
41
great
runs
cameo
from
as well.
23. Tony Munyonga, 904. Then that man,
Found
Tashingam
the boundary
Sekiwa,
on
39
several
runs
occasions
of
with
10.
putting Zimbabwe
hitting
to
of
196,
6, which you include, couple that with a
15
few
extras.
boundaries, but however his
Look at
stay
this
was not
bowling
long.
card, nothing
And came in,
enviable about it.
Clive Madande
Everybody is gone and
was
fetched
blasting things
from out
away.
of the boundary. Lucas Ndadason, 42 meted out
Timing
to him
it with
in
Brian
his 4
Bennett
overs.
with ease.
2 for 41 for Emmanuel Ringera Bundi. 2
They were
for
picking
29
the gaps.
Vishil Patel. 1 for 20 from Shem Ngoche, who actually
This
leaves
occasion,
this
the
innings
Madande show
as the
had
only
begun.
man, old bowler with his head held up high.
forming a great
What a
partnership
show.
with Brian Bennett.
You will enjoy and
who was
enjoy
later
the
bowled
highlights.
the highlights package of what was happening.
But Madande continued
Belligerent
to pursue
Zimbabwe's batters, tearing apart
and hit
the
off
Kenyan
anything
bowlers.
that was in his arc.
And he missed one that just
The wicket
came
of
off the
Marumani
toe end of the
missed a
bat.
full toss.
Then Tashingam
Of the
Sekiwa
bowling of
started
Emmanuel.
his own show.
And it struck his leg
The
stump.
10 deliveries that
Jonathan
he faced,
Campbell came in and he
hitting
pulled
away
away
5
on
sixes
his first boundary, cutting
and
it
2
fine
fours.
as well.
An array of strokes shown by the
Hitting them
Zimbabwean
in
batters.
all directions
Rodney
of the
Mfutsa
park, I tell
walked
you.
past one, but that did not stop the Zimbabwean batters from scoring. Class act.
Jonathan Campbell had a great cameo as
And
well.
what a semi-final that we have on the cards. Then Tony Munyonga
Found
finished
the
off
boundary
things with
on
another
several
maximum
occasions with
to close the show.
magnificent hitting of
So
sixes.
that's where it stands. Zimbabwe
Couple that with a few
196
boundaries,
on
but
the
however
cards
his
and
stay
20
was not
loaded
long.
overs. The target for
Came
Kenya
in
will be
Clive
197
Madande.
in 20. We'll be back shortly.
was blasting
after this
things
break.
away. Timing it with Brian Bennett with ease. They were picking the gaps. This occasion, the Madande show had begun, forming a great partnership with Brian Bennett, who was later bowled. But Madande continued to pursue and hit off anything that was in his arc. And he missed one that just came off the toe end of the bat. Then Tashingam Sekiwa started his own show in the 10 deliveries that he faced, hitting away 5 sixes and 2 fours. Hitting them in all directions of the park, I tell you. Class act. And what a semi-final that we have on the cards. Then Tony Munyonga finished off things with another maximum to close the show. So that's where it stands. Zimbabwe 196 on the cards and 20 allotted overs. The target for Kenya will be 197 in 20. We'll be back shortly after this break.
back for the second innings, and what an inning it has been for the motherland Zimbabwe. They won the toss and elected to bat first. And a very, very good team effort has seen them finish on 196. The Kenyans will need 197 from 120 balls for them to pick up the victory and upset the odds. The two umpires out already in the middle. NSC Habib from Nigeria and Adil Hassan from Tanzania are in charge of the final semi-final between Zimbabwe and Kenya. Namibia are waiting for the winners of this one to make sure that we know who the Saturday will be in the Saturday final. Kenya now have a big job to do to make sure they can find 197 runs from 120 balls. Zimbabwe, we feel that they've done enough with the ball, with the bat. They just need to make sure that they're tidy enough with the ball to get themselves in another final. Their ladies won the gold medal in this competition. But for now, Namibia is a team that is waiting in the final. My name is Dennis Musali, and I'm here with the Big Oga Endurance of M. Endurance. We're back for the second innings, and what an inning it has been for the motherland Zimbabwe. They won the toss and elected to bat first.
Thank you once again, and good afternoon to
and a very, very
viewers
good
across
team
the world.
Effort has seen them
Zim
finish
here
on
who are putting a
196.
strong foot forward, 196.
The Kenyans will need
from
197
overs
from
with
120
some
balls
power hitting
for them
and big finish
to pick up the victory and upset the odds.
Zim here have shown us that not being at the World Cup is a mistake.
The two umpires out already in the middle.
They've done beautifully.
NSC Habib from Nigeria and Adil Hassan from
That
Tanzania
explains clearly.
are in charge of the
197
final,
required
of the
from
final
120
semi-final between Zimbabwe
Sobuya
and Kenya.
Now,
Namibia are waiting for the winners of this one
Kenya.
to make sure that a player who has picked up 2 players for Saturday will be in the Saturday final. The bowling from the forest Kenya now have a big job to do to make sure they can find 197 runs from 120 balls. For Zimbabwe, you feel that they've done enough with the ball, with the bat. They just need to make sure that they are tidy enough with the ball to get the victory and get themselves in another final. Their ladies won the gold medal in this at the African Games defeating South Africa.
For me, it's the quality of wickets they have.
That is waiting
I
in
think
the
they are a
final.
more balanced side and compact
I'm here
team.
with the Big Oga Endurance.
We've seen how teams have managed to put themselves in a good position but couldn't carry through because they don't have enough quality in the middle, and that's the first ball for you. I did fine. Nice one, Dennis. Thank you once again, and good afternoon to our viewers across the world. It is Zim here who are putting a strong foot forward, 196 from a loaded 20 overs. We saw some power hitting and big finish.
You can
Zim
see
here
that,
have shown us
offer there from Owen Muzondo.
not being at the World Cup is a mistake.
Didn't even have to hit it very hard.
And we all know that they've done beautifully from the group stages. They've dominated. That explains clearly.
Mentioning that Clive
197 required from 120 balls.
Probably struggling with
the Colin Sobuya.
Marumani takes the gloves.
That would open the batting for Kenya.
A player who has picked up 2 players of the match awards. Owen Muzondo will probably the bowling from the will be running traffic from the zoo end on the park. I think
that will be a wide
for Zim in
Kenya will be happy with that one.
Colin Sobuya they had looking enough resources for them to go after the Kenya's
down
bowling.
Deep mid wicket.
They didn't lose
getting
so many
onto
wickets in
that knee,
so they were able to build onto something. Jonathan Campbell started the job, Clive Madande, and then the flourish and the finishing was done by Tashinga.
For me, it's the quality of wickets they have. Collins, I think they're a more balanced side and compact team. We've seen how teams have managed to put themselves in a good position but couldn't carry through because they don't have enough quality in the middle, and that's the first ball for you.
He's trying to shadow a sweep shot. Runs immediately.
Yeah, he played many of those.
Collins Obuya
that game against Ghana, got into position nicely.
The boundary.
That's it. That's what he's trying to do, and that will go.
Regular skipper,
he powered it all the way.
You can see that, like you mentioned, that has always been in style. Jumps on the off stump, and the peso just tries to work to hit the ball behind square. Collins Obuya, and in the power play with very little protection for a spinner. It's always easy to pick. Urens is mentioning that Clive not on the field. Sort of predictable technique is either jumping struggling with the heat or coming down the track. Marumani takes the gloves.
I was going to say that you beat me to it. We saw him doing a lot of that
Marumani
against
takes
Ghana.
The gloves, and you feel that.
And that's the end of the first
Tony
over.
Munyonga will be running traffic.
9-0 loss.
On the
Ghana. I beg your pardon. Kenya. And a strong.
Kenya will be happy with that
first
one.
over. Collins Obuya looking how long and how well will they hold that down. We'll see some real pace
getting onto that
from
knee.
Zim. They've got that quality. One thing I can tell you for sure is that Collins will go hard fighting.
Should be the next batter coming in for the Kenyans. Neil Mugabe will completely miss that opportunity. I think he was caught in two minds. You can see that he's trying to shadow a take strike. And with the ball,
yeah, he played many of those
for Zimbabwe.
That game against Ghana, got into position nicely.
Trevor Gwandu.
That's it. That's what he's trying to do, and that will go.
Balls with
he
some
powered it all the way.
Him. I think he rattled a lot of the Nigerians. I think, like you've mentioned, that has always been in style. Jumps to the off stump and then just tries to walk very high to hit the ball behind square. And in the power play with very little protection.
That's
for
it again.
The spinner.
Same wheels,
easy to pick that gap.
same man, same
the sort
over.
of predictable technique is either jumping into the off stump or coming down the track. I think you can see the coach there trying to probably encourage him to make sure he's hitting the deck very hard.
We saw him doing a lot of that against Ghana.
Don't bowl nicely.
That's the end of the first over.
Which batters can be able to
9-0
line
loss. Ghana, I beg your pardon, Kenya, and a strong first over. But how long and how well will they hold that? We'll see some real pace.
Zimbabwean
from
team
Zim, just enjoying the moment. Got that quality. It's 2 dot ball straight away from Trevor.
Yeah, from the look of things, probably without Clive Madani on the pitch. The Kenyan dugout there. And see Trevor Munyonga standing very close to the ball. The next batter coming now in charge of the proceedings. When Clive is on the field, he's in the cover region. Will get his first opportunity to take strike. Hold with the ball. Neil Mugabe went through his shot very early and completely missed it. Trevor Gwandu. Yeah, the bounce from that side. Trevor Gwandu yesterday balls with some wheels. By the time the ball got to Marumani, the keeper had already died. He rattled a lot of the Nigerians. The one bounce. So as a batter, you need to make those adjustments. That one very high. But you'd feel that Zimbabwe was batting on a different surface.
Well, they know how to bowl those slower bouncers. That's it again. Same wheels, same man, same over.
Good bouncer from Trevor. I don't know if Neil knew so much about that. Probably encourage him to but somehow it manages to go to the rope. They will take them whichever way they come. Nicey, tidy pace, which batters can be able to line up.
Piece of field in there. He's not going to stop the wheelers. You can see that Zimbabwean team just enjoying the moment and the flow.
Why should you? You have
2 dot balls straight away from Trevor.
197 runs on board. Yeah, from the look of things, probably without Clive face of the bat pitch. Again, bounces awkwardly in front of the field. Very close to the bowlers. I think he's now in charge of the proceedings. When Clive is on the field, he's in the cover region. It's not an easy surface to field on, so you have to have your whole body behind the ball. Holds in the surface. 1 or 2 will take off right in front of you. Neil Mugabe went through his shot very early. Go through your body for a boundary. Yeah, the bounce from that side has been very low. You can see
this Kenyan team.
By the time the ball got to Marumani, the keeper had already died.
Players who have been around for a long time. And this keeper himself.
So as a batter, you need to make those adjustments.
A lot will depend on how.
But you'd feel that Zimbabwe was batting on a different surface.
He applies himself today. Well, they know how to bowl those slower bouncers. It's the last ball of the second over. Still in the power play.
Good bouncer from Trevor. I don't know if Neil knew so much about that. But somehow it manages to go to the rope. I think some choice words have been said to him. Take them whichever way they come. He's not very happy. The umpire trying to calm down things. A lot of the teams here have been very, very aggressive, even with their with their lips. So sometimes you see exchanges in the field.
He's not going to stop the wheelers. You can see that.
Goes for it. Collins Obuya gets a thick outside edge, and that should race away for a boundary. endurance is of the bat. It for some players. Bounces service motivates them. So you need to be very careful. Wallace.
Very true, Dennis. And that's the end of the second over. Brings us to 18 for
not
no
an
loss.
Easy surface to field on, so you have to have your whole body behind the ball.
Here.
One or two will take off right in front of you. And Kenya need 9 runs through your body for every over. I don't know
this
what
team
Gurdeep Singh was doing there. He removed the shades.
Players who have been around for a long time.
Or is it too bright?
Keeper himself.
Very nice shot there from one of our cameramen.
How he applies himself today. It's there for the take. Kenya last stop ball of the second over. Still in the power play. 14 already. Brilliant shot. This time it goes over mid on.
Yeah, you can see the Collins away.
Real power into that one.
I think some choice words have been said to him, Wallace, and Mubaiwa, the new bowler, happy. The umpire picked up brilliantly by Neil Mugabe. A lot of the teams here have been very aggressive over the infield for a boundary. Even with their lips. So I'll tell you what, Zimbabwe needs 9 runs every over, in the and field. So far they are staying with that rate. Goes for it. Collins Obuya gets a thick outside edge. And that should race away for a boundary. Runs chase the Kenyans like a house on fire. Endurance, as I mentioned, the gas for some players. In the corner, lip service motivates them.
Well, so you don't have a choice when you find yourself in this situation. Very true, Dennis. And that's the end of the second over. Brings us to 18 for no loss. Clearly, Kenya looking to what is at stake. Things here. If you play positive cricket here, you could get into that gold and silverware position.
9 runs every over.
No is the call, sends him back.
I don't know what Gurdeep Singh was doing there. He removed the shades. I don't know whether to see better.
No, if you lose here,
or is it
sure
too bright?
Go home with the medal.
Very nice shot there from one of our cameramen.
And I'll tell you what, it's there for the take.
Tries to go big.
Kenya won't stop fighting.
The fielder was interested for a bit, and then he decided to withdraw from.
Brilliant shot. This time it goes over mid on. That races away. Real power into that one.
Yeah, length ball there from Wallace Mubaiwa, the new bowler. Fell short of the fielder and picked up brilliantly by Neil Mugabe. Tries to go for a big swing, just clobbers it over the infield for a boundary. Appeals from the Zimbabweans, not given. I'll tell you what, Zimbabwe needs 9 runs every over, and so far
23 for no loss.
Staying with that rate. They've started this run chase, the Kenyans, like a house on fire. They're stepping on the gas, even in the corner. There's no braking.
Well, you don't have a choice when you find yourself in this situation. You got to remain positive. Clearly, you know what is at stake. If you play positive cricket here, you could get into that gold and silverware position.
Consultant for the Chevrons, Stephen Mangongo. Looking on.
No is the call, sends him back.
Touch worried because the
Collins
Kenyans are scoring at a very
if you lose here,
rate.
You're not sure you're going to go home with the medal.
Collins Obuya and Neil Mugabe not holding back. Another bowling change. Tries to go big. The fielder was interested for a bit, and then he decided to withdraw from taking the catch at the last minute. Kudakwashe Macheka. Very stylish today, the bowling coach for Zimbabwe. Everything of that just came out with a sort of different kind of sun hat. Collins Obuya tries to go for a big swing. Loud appeals from the Zimbabweans. Kudakwashe Macheka will take the ball from the field end.
And that's the end of the third over. 23 for no loss. Inside edge. Unlucky. Brilliant line. More runs for Kenya. Fortunes here favoring the brave.
Yeah, Neil Mugabe going there for a beaming drive. Comes off the inside edge. No chance for the diving Marumani. And races away for a boundary. Sometimes they hit, sometimes they miss. That's one of those. Yeah, the team consultant for the Chevrons, Stephen Mangongo, just into the fourth over. Looking on, probably touch worried because the Kenyans are scoring Another swing and miss.
Very healthy rate, about 8 runs every over.
Loud appeal, everyone.
Collins Obuya and Neil
of the
Mugabe
chevrons is going
back.
up, but the umpire not
Another
interested.
bowling change
For Zimbabwe. Came off something, but not anything legal to give out the batter.
That's it again.
At
some point it was looking like the batter was
very
walking.
Stylish today, the bowling coach for Zimbabwe.
But he just went back to his crease.
Came out with a sort of different kind of
Once
sun
he
hat.
realized that maybe I'm still in here,
It's the umpire's job to give you out. Endurance, do you walk? Kudakwache Macheka will take the ball from the field end.
It's a yes or no question.
Shot. What a response.
Inside
this time
edge.
stand and deliver.
Unlucky.
Over his head.
Brilliant line.
Onto the side screen.
More runs for Kenya.
Yeah, that should piss
Fortunes
off,
here
there's no
favoring the brave.
To run in from that distance and get hit over his head. Yeah, Neil Mugabe going there, but for doing drive.
Neil
Mugabe matches the effort. No chance straight back over the bowler's head. Marumani. And the umpire indicates half a dozen. A big over already. 10 runs have come off it.
Sometimes they miss.
That's one of those.
Dennis, I did mention to you, this Kenyan side will go down fighting hard.
Into the
and it's good to see that they've approached this game in this manner.
Too high there, the comeback delivery from Kudakwashe Macheka. Swing and miss.
I think he was trying to bowl a slower one, just came out of his hand.
Loud appeal, everyone.
Now a free hit
loading.
The chevrons
is going up, but
Neil
the
Mugabe
umpire not interested.
And see the who just doesn't come off the slower ball.
Came off something, but not anything legal to give out the batter.
That's it again. It's the free hit. At some point, it was looking like the batter was walking. Seems to be helping Kenya here. And Zimbabwe will have to rethink this approach and strategy.
Once he realized that maybe I'm still in here, it's the umpire's job to give you out. Endurance, do you walk?
Well.
Big offer from Neil
yes
Mugabe, but he misses it.
Can see
Shot.
Zimbabwe now
what a response.
missing the services
this time
of their captain, the regular wicketkeeper of the side, Clive Madande.
And onto the side screen.
Marumani hasn't been very tidy behind the stumps.
For now, there's no fast bowler who likes to run in from that distance and get hit.
Similar sort of approach like the Namibians when they were chasing
Neil
down
Mugabe
190 against Zimbabwe. They came out guns blazing.
The bowler's head.
But
and the umpire indicates
wickets,
half a dozen.
losing wickets in succession.
Big over already. 10 runs have come off it.
Swing and a miss.
More runs here for Kenya. Side will go down fighting hard. You have to show consistency. That is not what it is right now.
Too high there, the comeback delivery
that
from
short delivery, drifting down.
I think he was trying to bowl a slower one.
Got a bat on
of his hand.
And the fielder, no chance there whatsoever for him.
Neil Mugabe Muzondo could have done much better to try and help his bowler. Because Macheka now has licked 15 runs in 5 balls. Eli is also pacing around. You think he's part of the technical team.
The pace seems to be helping Kenya here. And Zimbabwe will have to rethink this approach and strategy. It goes big in the air. This will come all the way into the 10th. What a show of force here, character by these Kenyans. Collins Obuya.
Zimbabwe now may be missing.
We don't go down without a fight. This is what we see.
Of the side, Clive Madande.
Shimmy down the wicket from
hasn't
Collins.
been very tidy behind
and he goes
the stumps
downtown.
now.
This second semi-final is very dangerous for
similar
the spectators
sort of approach
because the ball has been flying.
When they were chasing down 190
right
against Zimbabwe, they came out
21
guns
runs
blazing.
coming off that over.
But
43, 45 for Nolos
wickets,
the Kenyans.
losing wickets in succession
after 4 overs
at ranches.
We have a game on our hands here. The second semi-final between
swing and a miss.
Zimbabwe
More
and
runs
Kenya.
here for Kenya. The good thing, Dennis, is they have to show consistency. That is not portrayed by the Kenyans. No show of panic. Racing away. They're just going about their business in a quiet manner. Now it's Zim will have to ensure, and the fielder, no chance there whatsoever for him.
Owen Muzondo
the fans
could have
now
done
on
much
their
better
feet
to try and help his bowler.
Watching because Macheka
And,
now
the
has
captain of the
15
Zimbabwe
runs
team,
in 5 balls.
Clive Madande, I think, has had enough. He decides to come around and make sure that
Eli
he's
is also
pacing
traffic.
around. You think he's
Those
part
are
of
the
technical
former
team.
cricketers of Ghana.
39 for
Rufus
Nolos
Ntiama,
in 3.5.
one of the finest batters Ghana produced. Loves the drive, strong on it.
Big in the air. This
but
will
not
come all
in
the
this
way
tournament.
into the 10th.
What a show of force here, character by these Kenyans. Collins Obuya.
Yeah, Clive Madane.
We not go down without a fight. This is what we see.
I think he's had enough. He can't sit out.
Shimmy down the wicket from Collins.
The leader always has to lead downtown. This second semi-final is very dangerous for the spectators because the ball has been flying. Collins Obuya right in his hitting arc. 21 raises his finger. That over. Adil Hassan convinced by the appeal. The Kenyans. The reverse sweep doesn't come off for Neil Mugabe. Our hands here. And Zimbabwe are in business. Wallace Mubaiwa breaks Kenya. The opening stand for the Kenyans.
The quality of attitude portrayed by the Kenyans.
Doesn't connect
Don't show off panic. Just going about their business in a quiet manner.
Picks the first wicket
now
for the Zimbabweans.
Will have to ensure
Kenya now 45 for 1.
The slow things down a bit by the umpire.
Yeah, the fans now from Tanzania.
Needless.
And the captain of the Zimbabwe
very
team,
well.
Clive Madane,
through the line.
I think has had enough.
That was a fuller delivery.
Decides to come around
but
and
Neil
make sure that he's
was trying to play cheeky. Those are the former cricketers of Ghana. Rufus Ntiama. That's one of the finest batters Ghana produced. Former Ghanaian international. Loves the drive. Strong on it. See families coming to watch cricket in this tournament. Misses out on that one.
Yeah, Clive Madane comes back and takes the gloves immediately. I think he's had enough. He can't sit out while his troops are battling. Sukhdeep Singh, the new batter for the Kenyan team. Raises his finger.
Tempo.
Adil Hassan convinced by the pill.
Shouldn't be slowed down.
The reverse sweep doesn't come off for Neil Mugabe. And Zimbabwe are in business. Yeah, Wallace Mubaiwa breaks. That was very close. The opening stand for the Kenyans. You can see the celebrations there. So thing like to sweep the ball. Doesn't connect at all there. Neil Mugabe track this time. Mubaiwa picks the first wicket for the Zimbabweans. Kenya now 45 for 1.
Very good decision by the umpire. Adil from Tanzania. Needless. The batting very well. Go through the line. That was a fuller delivery. But Neil was trying to play cheeky. Brilliant shot. Goes on that one knee. That's Rufus Ntiamo's on the spot. The former Ghanaian international.
Likes to sweep the ball.
Good to see families coming to watch cricket.
Unfortunately, since we're still inside the power play, there's not enough protection for Wallace to work with. Makes sure he gets a very good connection and the ball runs away for a boundary. Sukhdeep Singh, the new batter for the Kenyan team.
And that's the end of the 5th over. It's 51 for 1. The current run rate is 10.5 per over. Shouldn't be slowed down at any point. Eli will be joining. Misses that one. Box.
Yeah, some oohs and ahs. That was very close. No room to
Good afternoon, Eli, and welcome once again.
So this thing like to sweep
Thank
the ball.
You, Jordan. What a battle that we have on the cards here.
Comes down the track
146 required of 15 remaining overs.
A bit of misfield there allows them to come back for a double.
Wide shot of the ground. There's some clouds that are looming just from the soccer side end. Don't know if rain might come into play a little bit later on, but at the moment it's Kenya making an effort to go after this huge target.
Brilliant shot, goes on that one knee.
Trevor Gwandu into the attack, went for 9 in his first over.
Deep Singh likes to sweep the ball.
Brought back by
and unfortunately, since we're still inside the power play, there's not enough protection for Wallace to work with. I'm thinking, Eli, if Kenya can make sure he gets a very good connection and the ball runs away for a boundary, that means they will only need another about 96 in the last 10 overs. And then we shall have a game.
Well, I can't agree less, Dennis. And that's the end of the 5th over. 51 for 1.
Track cracks it away.
Current run rate is 10.5 per over.
This is the last over before we reach the end of the power play, which shall be key when the field is spread, how Kenya will go about business. because fully they've utilized the fielding restrictions within the power play.
Welcome once again.
A little bit of worried faces in the Kenyan dugout. What a battle that we have on the cards here. 146 required of 15 remaining overs.
He can also hit the ball miles.
I don't know if you saw from that wide shot of the ground, there's some clouds that are looming just a little bit of the soccer side end. But Rodney Mfudza recovers well. Don't know if rain might come into play a little bit later on.
Comes into this game.
But at the moment, it's Kenya making an effort to go after this huge target.
I'll tell you that with the way he batted yesterday, there was no need of
Trevor Gwandu into the attack, went for 9 in his first over.
Because everything was hit into Achimota Forest.
It's a different day.
I'm thinking Eli,
different bowling
Kenya
attack.
Can be at 100 by the halfway stage. That means they will only need another about 96.
So come back so far from Trevor Gwandu. Then only considered 1 run. You can see the Kenyan coach.
Well, I can't agree less.
Head in his hands. Knows that it's a mammoth of a task at end. Comes down the track and cracks it away.
Coach there, Lamek Onyango, yet to press the panic
this is the
button.
last over before
I think he realizes
reach the end of the power play,
there,
which shall be key when the field is spread, how Kenya will go about business, because fully they've utilized the fielding restrictions within the power play.
String or dot
balls now. A little bit of worried faces in the Kenyan dugout.
For Zimbabwe. That's the problem. Every time you lose a wicket, you have to start all over again.
He can also hit the
Collins
ball miles.
And Neil Mugabe looked like they had found a way of going after the total.
A little bit of fumble there, but Rodney Mfudza recovers well.
Eli Collins Obuya comes into this game, back-to-back 50s for him. He got a 68
Walks
yesterday.
it around
legs, but I will tell you that
good stuff there
the
from Rand Campbell
comes around to just keep it to a single. There was no need of a spread field. Much better over so far. Fielders. Much better over from Trevor Gwandu. Everything was hit. Gave away just a 2 runs. Forest. And after 6 overs at the end of the power play, Kenya is 53 for 1.
Different bowling attack. Good comeback so far from Trevor Gwandu. Only considered 1 run. You can see the Kenyan coach has got his head in his hands.
The power play.
He knows that it's a mammoth of a task at end.
It was raining boundaries in that power play. Coach there, and yet to press the panic got stuck in immediately. I think he realizes as long as Collins is still there, they have a chance. Yeah, top quality fielding. String or dot balls now.
Hits it on the up.
There was a chance for a catch Zimbabwe for a moment. But Maromani not quick off the boundary. Every time you lose a wicket, you have to start all over again. Back into the attack to replace Wallace. Like they had found a way of going after the total.
Onum Zondo is a smooth operator. He's picked up 2 men of the match awards. Comes down the track. Shimmer's trying to hoik it leg side. It's only kept down to 1.
Walks it around legs. Good stuff there from Rand Campbell. Comes around to just keep it to a single. Spoke about this that now with the spread field. Much better over so far. Is going to go much better over from Trevor Gwandu. Because give away just the 2 runs is greater. And after 6 overs at the end of the power play, Kenya is
up in the air.
53 for 1.
And not able to take the catch, but able to save the boundaries. Rodney Mfudza. Great effort to try to get there.
Yeah, Wallace and Mumbai were doing the right thing. He came around, realized that he wasn't going to take of the highlights. Then he put his body on the line to just make sure that he doesn't run away from a boundary. It was raining boundaries in that power play. Neil Mugabe and Collins Obuya got stuck in immediately. These big totals, the teams have struggled chasing down small totals, and then the big totals.
Comes off with another huge
hits it on the up.
There
was a chance for a catch, upish for a moment.
Just keeps it down to 1.
But Maromani not quick off the boundary. Somehow against the small totals. Owen Muzondo back into the attack to replace but with the small totals. They are proved to be very difficult.
Muzondo is a smooth operator. He's picked up 2 men of the match awards. Comes down the track. The sweeper is trying to cleans up wicket leg side. Good economical over from to 1. Muzondo 6 off it. To mark the end of the 7th, it's 59 for 1 after 7.
Now with the spread field, how are the Kenyans going to go after the bowling? Because now your risk is greater. There are more boundary riders.
It's up in the air.
Trump card for the Zimbabwe bowling comes into
not able to take the catch, but able to save the boundaries. Rodney Mufuza. Great effort to try to get there.
Kashinga comes into the attack from the field end. Yeah, Wallace and Mumbai were doing the right intelligent thing. He came around, realized that he wasn't going to take the catch
for Zimbabwe.
Then he put his body on the line to just make sure that it doesn't run away from the boundary.
Sekiwa punching it for a quick single.
These big totals, the teams have struggled chasing down small totals, and then the big totals
out of the back of the hand comes off with another UG. Doesn't get the connection. Just keeps it down to bowler, you would say.
Then somehow against the small totals, the teams just come out very intelligent bowler for me. But for the small totals, they have proved to be very difficult to, to chase down.
Punch down to the sweeper.
I'll tell you something
cleans
interesting.
Up a very good economical over from
starting to prepare the covers.
6 off it. Did mention that there's a dark cloud that's just 59 for 1 after 7. You can tell by the way the trees are shaking that there's a huge drift of wind coming in, and that there's anticipation of rain coming through.
Trump card for the Zimbabwe bowling just comes into the attack
around that area.
And the man who had a very, very hot blade.
Also a big one straight up and clears the boundary. That's a big strike from Collins Aboya. Gets a maximum from Sekiwa.
The pick of the bowlers for Zimbabwe. Yeah, in the slot from Tashinga, who comes very close and hits straight over the bowler's head for a 6. Now it was going to be very interesting. We need to get that Duckworth sheet. Because the way things are right now,
bowls one out of the back of the hand.
Might not be a very bad place for the Kenyans to be.
Nifty and deceptive.
They haven't lost so many wickets.
Bowler, you would say. Just about that area.
Yeah, that's such a very, very intelligent bowler for me.
For many. It could bring rain to play a factor. There's power down there. There's protection.
I'll tell you something interesting. We are seeing the ground stuff around the ground starting.
It's been a good over so far for Kenya. Did mention that there's a dark cloud that's just 10 from the soccer side, and you can tell by the way the trees are shaking that there's a huge drift of
might be in their favor.
Wind coming in, and that they've started anticipation of rain coming through. The way that they went about the power play around that area, 10 and over. Goes for a big one straight up and clears the boundary. And that's a big strike from Collins Aboya. Gets a maximum from Sekiwa.
Yeah, in the slot from Tashinga, who comes very close and hits straight over the bowler's head for a 6. Now it was going to be very interesting. We need to get that Duckworth sheet.
Another slow delivery.
Because the way things are right now, 67
but not taken. End of the over. Good one. 11 off the over there.
They haven't lost so many wickets.
After 8 overs, it's 70 for 1.
Yeah, Musekiwa wasn't happy because he
just
thought
about that area.
The keepers.
That's the area of concern.
Collins Oboya who started very late, but there was backup missing, so
it could bring rain to play a factor.
Need to calm down. No need for panic.
There's power down there. There's protection.
One of the volunteers on the scorer for the tournament.
Keeps it to 1. It's been a good over so far for
Jeff
Kenya.
Kasozi from Uganda.
That's 10 off the over.
Collins Oboya there in your image. If Kenya keep scoring like this and just don't lose a wicket, the maths might be in their favor.
They've started well, very, very well, considering the way that they went about the power play, going around 10 and over. Owen Muzondo continuing. Immediately goes for a big oik. Shouts of LBW, but not given.
Every time Collins has missed that shot, there's been a very interested appeal from the chevrons. Might be they feel that it's going to hit.
Comes down the track.
Slow delivery.
Doesn't get the connection that he wants.
For a run out.
Skip it, but not taken. End of the over. Good one. Run. 11 off the over there.
There's always a plan
after
for Collins.
8 overs, it's 70 for 1.
Jump into his Sekiro wasn't happy because he thought the throw could go to the keepers. But I think it is Collins Obuya who started very late, but there was backup missing. So the fielder, I think, made the right call.
Comes down the track, top edge, and catch taken by Msekiwa. Owen Mzondo strikes.
One of the volunteers.
Sukdeep Singh departs for 12 of 13.
Yeah, Jeff Kasozi pumped after taking that catch. Sukdeep Singh Collins Obuya there in your image. Ball, but only manages to get an outside edge that carries to the fielder and fly gully. The Kenyans lose their second wicket. Owen Muzondo comes into the attack, took a shimmy down the wicket, but Musekiwe takes a good catch, diving in front. Very good ball in there from Owen Muzondo. And a good catch there.
Owen Muzondo continuing.
Diving in front to make sure they
immediately goes for a big oik.
Kenya
Shots
now
of LBW
71 for 2.
But not given.
Every time Collins has missed that shot, there's been a very interested appeal from the chevrons. Might be they feel that it's going to hit.
Comes down the track. Doesn't get the connection that he wants, though. Skip it down to 1 run.
There's always a plan for Collins. Just come down the track or jump into his off stump and hit on the onside.
No better on the track, top edge, and catch taken by Msekiwa. Captain Rakeb Patel. Mzondo strikes. Sukdeep Singh departs for 12 of 13.
Yeah, Musekiwa pumped after taking that captain catch. Rakeb Patel comes out to bat for Kenya. Gets to the pitch of the ball, but only manages to get an outside edge. Spin bowling. Rakeb Patel carries to the fielder and fly gully. Collins Obuya scored. The Kenyans lose their second wicket. Owen Muzondo comes into the attack, took a shimmy down the wicket, but Musekiwe takes a good catch, diving in front.
Looking to work it onto his leg side.
Good ball in there from Owen Muzondo.
And keeps it down to
and
1.
Good catch there from Musekiwa, diving
It's been a good over from Owen Muzondo.
Sure they pick up the second wicket.
He's given Owen 2 runs
Kenya
only, but has picked up a wicket. Looking to top ball to end the over. 2 of that one. 72 for 2 after 9. No better comes to the crease. Should be the captain, Rakeb Patel.
The captain, Rakeb Patel, comes out to bat for Kenya. Tashinga will continue. Fantastic play of spin bowling, Rakeb Patel. Very good stuff there. Collins Obuya scored 167 runs. Went through his body. Musekiwa will continue from the field end.
He's looking to work it onto
9 overs,
his leg side.
The Rodman
Fuza and keeps
Kenya
it down to
have
1.
79, but they only have 72.
It's been a good over from Owen Mzondo. He's given Owen 2 runs only, but has picked up a wicket. Ooh, that's a good ball. Well balled by Msekiwa. Nifty operator there, looking to top ball to the over. 2 of that one. Keeping 72 for 2 there. After 9. It's just darted back in that off cutter.
Yeah, good work from one keeper to another keeper, Clive Madande, behind the stumps. It's very difficult to take those when you're standing up.
Chips it in the air, but it's safe. Just wide of extra cover. Pick up 1. Thought that Rakev Patel was trying to work out to the leg side. Nearly pairing it to Tony Munyonga at extra cover.
Tashinga will continue. Ooh. Very good stuff there from Wallace.
Be a change in the field set for Collins Obuya. Tony Munyonga moves into the covers.
Sekiwa will continue from the field.
Sweeper allows him to just
9 overs,
be guided for a single there.
Kenya should have 79. Collins there jumping into the off stump, trying to line him up. But there was no pace in that ball. Very, very clever bowling from Sekiwa. Ooh. When he doesn't have the pace, it's very difficult
ball
to
by
get under
Sekiwa.
it.
Nifty operator there. Good thing is that Clive Madande is keeping at the stumps there. Again, it's just darted back in that off cutter outside of off stump. This gives away another single.
From one keeper to another
just
keeper.
2 runs off the over at the moment.
It's very difficult to take those when you're probably 3 or 4 overs have been a very good passage of play for Zimbabwe. They've been able to arrest that run
chips it in the air,
because
but it's safe.
Kenya
just
got out of the blocks very quickly.
Wide of extra cover.
Now the required rate
pick up
to 12 runs every over.
Thought that Rakev Patel was trying to work out to the leg side. Comes down the track, looking to go big. Does he let go the distance?
Extra cover.
Betcha, yes it does. That'll take 9 runs from the over after that maximum. So after 10, Kenya are 81 for 2. Be a change in the field set for Collins Obuya. Tony Munyonga moves into the covers. Sweeper
reaches for that ball, but Jonathan Campbell
allows him to just
even bother out of the back
be
of
guided
the
for a single there.
Clobbers it for a 6. 81 Collins there jumping into the off stump, trying to line him up stage, but there was no pace in that ball. Very, very clever bowling from Sekiwa. When he doesn't have the pace, it's very difficult to get under it.
Again, just slow ball outside of off stump. This gives away another single. Just 2 runs off the over at the moment.
I feel that the last probably 3 or 4 overs have been a very good passage of play for Zimbabwe. They've been able to arrest that run scoring because Kenya got out of the blocks very quickly. And now the required rate is up to 12 runs every over.
Comes down the track, looking to go big. Does he let go the distance? You betcha, yes it does. That'll take 9 runs from the over after that maximum. So after 10, Kenya are 81 for 2.
Yeah, this time Collins Obuya takes a shimmy down the wicket. Reaches for that ball, but Jonathan Campbell at the boundary doesn't even bother out of the back of the hand. Clobbers it for a 6. 81 for 2 after 10 overs. Halfway stage.
It's game on here. I can tell you for free, this is going to be an interesting finish. The 116 required from the 60 deliveries. It's Collins Obuya and the skipper himself, Rakev Patel.
81 for 2, Rakev right there. Arguably one of the best associate cricket batters. Rakev Patel, call him Rako, call him Rakla. Couple of nicknames for him there with the man nicknamed Kolo. He got a big score, 96 against Australia in a World Cup. Collins Obuya is not your everyday cricketer. And when he gets a go at these emerging Zimbabweans, the chevrons, well, they could ask for some water and more. But for now, I can tell you that at the same rate with 10 overs played, Zimbabwe were 63 for 2. But Zimbabwe did strike the ball handsomely at the end. Right there, they scored 50 runs in the last 2 overs. Zimbabwe, in that carnage of Musekiwa and Mandande.
Well, clearly, Rakep, understanding the fray of things here, would get Collins Obuya on strike. Sweeps nicely. They will scramble for that one. Easy. It's game on here.
So the technical team of Zimbabwe,
I can tell you for free, this is going to be an interesting finish.
Now they are sending out instructions for per
ball. 60 deliveries.
Can bat. If he holds fort, this game could go to the tail end. Duckworth,
Collins Obuya and skipper himself, Rakep Patel.
81 for 2. Rakep right there. Arguably one of the best associate booming drive there down the ground. Rakep Patel will do well to run around and cut it off. Couple of nicknames for him there with a man nicknamed Kolo. He got a big score, 96
Clearly,
against Australia
the
in the World Cup.
Are aware of what is required, the weather changing.
And when he gets a go at these
the game
emerging Zimbabweans,
swinging and pendulum.
Well, they could ask for some water and more.
Full
but
toss.
For now, I can tell you that at the same rate with 10 overs
Collins
played,
missing out on that
Zimbabwe
one, just a single from it. He's 3 from 4 deliveries.
Did strike the ball handsomely.
Right, some intensity here.
Right there, they scored 50 runs every the last overs. Told you courtesy of the carnage in that carnage of Musekiwa and Mandande.
Comes down the line and drives it through covers. A few there in the dip, just ensuring it would be a single. Understanding the fray of things here would get Collins Obuya on strike.
Because that man, Collins Obuya, scoring only his 9th
easy
T20I half century yesterday. So the technical team of Zimbabwe, the GLivers engaged yesterday in that 30 ball 68. Sending out instructions
the end of the 11th over is 86 for 2.
Rakep.
Current run rate is 7.8. Requiring 12 per over. The DL requirement.
Dicely poised.
96.
Alas. Big booming drive there down the ground. Fielder will do well to run round and cut it off.
It's going to be an interesting chase and finish. Mr. Wallace. If these two continue to bat. Clearly, the Zimbabweans they have the ability of what is required, capability changing to actualize those potentials. Swinging and pendulum. Full toss. Collins missing out on that one. Just a single from it. He's 3 from 4 deliveries.
Tashinga.
Right, some intensity here.
Musekiwa 12 runs every over. Told you courtesy of the carnage at the there, but the first run was taken.
Comes down the line and drives it through covers. A few there in the dip, just ensuring it would be a single.
Mucheka. Because it's not Tashinga. Collins Obuya scoring only his 9th T20I half century yesterday. 22. His GLivers he engaged yesterday in that 30 ball 68.
And it's the end of the 11th over. It's 86 for 2.
It's a full toss.
Current run rate is 7.8.
If
requiring 12 per over. The DL requirement.
Forward could have creamed it to any part of the ground he wanted.
We must give it to that guy, Collins Obuya. Zimbabwe so much way ahead here. Been around this team for a very long time. But I tell you, one of the golden generations still trying to show if this young continue to bat are done. Because they have the ability and capability to actualize those potentials. Go down the leg side. More extras here for Kenya. Rakep Patel.
Tashinga. Wide it is. Musekiwa. Little fumble there, but the first run was taken slowly. Okay, Patel. It's Kudakwashe on strike. The 34-year-old Mucheka throws his hands at that one. It's non-Tashinga. Hitting it straight to Jonathan Campbell, who's sweeping there. Lots of voices on the park, and that man to Owen Muzondo for 2 player of the match awards.
1.1.
Chopping up the Kenyan batters. Asking them for some big hit. Says, you guys have got big muscles. You've been playing this game for so long. You were at the World Cup. Show us that mentality. Collins loves the fight. Forward. He's got a big stomach for any part of the ground he wanted. For runs even.
We must give it to that guy.
Collins goes.
So much respect
Muzondo
for
was
him.
asking for some
Been
of
around
that.
this team for a
And
very
it's
long
the 50
time.
up.
One of the golden
50 number
generation
10
still
in
trying to
T20
show
eyes for
these youngsters
Collins
how things are done.
Obuya, the classy veteran. Umpire Nessie Habib there just trying to
go down the
confirm
leg
if it's a 4 or a
side.
6.
More extras here for
Nessie,
Kenya.
this is what we call class act. That's the ball. Fuller delivery. Extending his
Rakep
long levers. He gets the maximum from that one. Collins Obuya.
Wide it is.
Back-to-back 50s now. He continues the onslaught. Showing real character here.
To the 90s now. On strike, the 34-year-old dancing down the wicket. And the catch is taken. That one. Kuda Kwashe. Hitting it straight to Jonathan Campbell. Is lucky. Who's sweeping there. Very, very lucky. Lots of voices because that one was straight down the leg. Owen Muzondo. 2 player of the match awards. To apologize to chopping up the Kenyan batters. Guys. Asking them for some big hits. Says you guys have got big muscles. You've been playing Zimbabwe for so long. You were at the World Cup. Show us that mentality.
Smart bowling.
And Collins loves the fight. He's got a big stomach for a fight. Big appetite for runs even.
To use the short pitch delivery. And he got the response
Collins
required.
Muzondo was asking for some of that.
No room.
And it's the 50
Had
up.
No choice. Needed to go for it.
50 number 10 in T20
Just
eyes
unlucky.
for Collins.
Happy moment for the bowler.
Obuya,
Zimbabwe was smiling now.
Classy veteran.
96 for 3 from 11.5.
Umpire Nessie Habib there just trying to confirm if it's a 4 or a 6. That's how it is. It's like the momentum
this is what we call
quickly
class
shifts into Zimbabwe's hands.
Ball, Fuller delivery.
I like the celebration from Macheka.
Long levers.
Pounding. You can see his figures.
From that
1.5 is flying.
Collins
Boy,
Obuya.
is he.
But he's got the crucial wicket, 50s
Collins
now.
Obuya. That is much more than
He continues
what the current state of things are.
showing
Trust me,
real
if you are
character
in that position, you will be happy.
the 90s
because that
now.
is the danger man.
Now this game opens up
Dancing
slightly or
down the
tilting
wicket.
towards him again.
And the catch is
Costa.
taken.
Power
Kuda
enforcing
Kwashe
might be missing in the
Macheka.
next couple of overs.
is lucky.
Nelson is the one who joins the captain.
Very, very
Rakep
lucky.
Patel.
Because that one was straying down
Man
the
with
leg.
a beautiful
Collins didn't get a hold of it.
Nelson Mandela
Collins
Odhiambo.
says quick to apologize to his teammates.
Of course,
Sorry guys, I've been thinking about the man.
I was only getting started.
In prison,
27
Zimbabwe, that's
27
celebrate.
years of visa.
Lucky man to
Prime
pick up a
life
wicket of such a delivery.
That is
Get
smart
justice.
bowling. Saw him coming
Nelson
down the line.
hasn't
Wouldn't
bowled a lot
give
in
it,
this
drop it in
tournament.
the act this
Can
time.
bowl some good medium
Decides to use
pacers.
the short pitch delivery, and he got the
He's a
response
fast
he required.
And a guy who
Collins
was the
cramped there.
ICC Player of the
No
Year
room. Had no
in
choice.
1997,
Needed to go for it.
1998. Thomas
Just
Odoyo,
unlucky.
who played in the
Happy
World Cup
moment
and was
for the
vice captain
bowler.
for
It's
Kenya.
Zimbabwe was smiling now. 96 for 3
Scatter.
from
Some work
11.5.
to do. There's a plate full of food for
That's
the
how
two
it
of them
is.
to crash.
It
was like the momentum quickly shifts
that plate
into
is
Zimbabwe's
the-
hands.
They require for
I
runs.
like the celebration from Macheka.
Those are your volunteers in the frame.
You can see his
Indicating
figures.
all they
1
wanna
for
see is
31
six.
and 1.5 is flying. Boy, is he.
But he's got
Well,
the crucial
certainly
wicket.
they won a
of
good
Collins
game. It's
Obuya.
101
That is
required
much
from
more than
8.1. What the current state of things
49
are.
deliveries.
And trust me, if you are
Cheeky there.
in that position, you will be happy because that is the danger man.
Nothing short from Rakep
Now,
Patel. He
this
doesn't
game
even attempt
opens
to
up
run.
slightly or tilting towards
Looks
him
at his
again.
bat. Still all right,
Costa.
mate.
Power enforcing might be missing
Owen
in the next
Muzondo.
couple of overs.
Bowling his last.
Nelson is the one who joins the captain. Rakep
Cape
Patel.
goes very big. Chance
Man
for
with a
catch.
beautiful
It
name.
hangs in the air.
Nelson Mandela
And the wicket is
Odhiambo.
taken. Of course, parents must have been thinking about the man who sacrificed
more
time in
troubles.
prison, 27 years of visa, prime life, to get justice. Nelson hasn't bowled a lot in this tournament. He can bowl some good medium pacers.
Happy moment for Zim
He's a fast
into the
cousin
middle
to
order.
a guy who was the ICC Player of the Year
as a delivery.
in 1997,
Zondo
1998.
strikes.
Thomas Odoyo,
2 wickets for that
who
man
played in the World
Owen
Cup and was
Muzondo.
vice captain for Kenya.
That is a very difficult catch.
He's got
It is simple.
some work to do.
Patel
There's
not
a
happy with
plate
himself.
full
He
of
knows
food for the two of them to crush.
Yes, excitement.
And that plate is the
man.
require for runs. Those are your volunteers in the frame, indicating all they want to see is 6.
Zim that is written around this one. Well,
Happy
certainly they
moments,
won a
happy
good
times.
game. It's 101 required from 8.1. It's 49 deliveries. Cheeky there.
Nothing short from Rakeb Patel. He doesn't even attempt to run. He looks at his butt.
Shame.
Still all right, mate.
Knowing who these Kenyans
Owen
are, they will
Muzondo
go down fighting.
bowling his last.
They know no need sticking around if you're
Cape
not going
goes
to try.
very big. Chance for a catch. It hangs in
Seems
the
a
air.
tall order.
And the wicket is taken. Miss of Collins in the previous over, and Rakeb now their captain. And chance for another wicket.
Troubles.
Mzondo strikes. 2 in 2. Shame comes and shame must depart. Go take a shower, son. It's all over for you, Shame.
Happy moment for Zim.
He didn't play with conviction. He's
order.
got himself to blame.
That's not happy. Therefore, the take.
Zondo strikes.
Us goes back.
2 wickets for that man.
Tries to
Owen
walk
Muzondo.
it. But the leading edge there. That is a very difficult
Would
catch.
ensure.
But he made it look simple. Zondo celebrates a second one. Patel not happy with himself. He knows. Muzondo. Happy moment for the kid. Excitement there. He's enjoying the moment. His man. It's Zim that is written around this one. Happy moments, happy times. Welcome back, Eli.
Thank you, Endurance. 96 for 5 is where Kenya find themselves. They started like a house on fire, according to Innocent's description.
Shame.
But however,
knowing who these Kenyans are, they will go down fighting.
Owen Mzondo on a hat-trick.
No need sticking around if you're not going to try.
2 wickets in his 3 deliveries in this
Seems
over.
a tall
2
order.
consecutive wickets.
The dismiss of Collins in the previous
Lucas
over, and Rakeb now their
the
captain.
new batter in.
And chance for another wicket.
Opportunity for Owen Mzondo to pick up
Mzondo strikes.
hat-trick.
2 in 2.
Men's
Shame
tournament.
comes and shame must depart. Go take a shower, son. It's all over for you, Shame. He didn't play with conviction. He's got himself to blame.
What a beauty. Not happy. Therefore, the take. Us goes back. Tries to walk it. But the leading edge there. Clearly dominating affairs here. Sure. Mzondo celebrates a second one.
He's bowled well. This is given very
happy
little
moment
away.
for the kid. He's enjoying the moment.
He's only conceded 18 runs in 3.5 overs. He's got one more delivery to finish his allotted 4, where many have been going for plenty.
Welcome back,
he's
Eli.
Picked up wickets. Thank you, Endurance. For very little. 96 for 5. 4.6. Where Kenya find themselves. They started like a house on fire, according to Innocent's description. Goes up. It's another opportunity. But I have taken. The wheels. Mzondo picks up his 4th wicket, 3rd of the over. And this is why this young man already had 2 Player of the Match awards for such moments. Lucas Ndandason where he's able to provide a breakthrough to his team when needed. And an opportunity for Owen Mzondo to pick up in the first hat-trick.
That's it.
Of the men's tournament.
Goes big but couldn't make much of that one. Brilliant catch. Muramani just making an easy walk of that one. Oh, what a beauty.
Pitched up full and tried to play against the turn, but couldn't get enough distance on that one. Owen Mzondo picks up 4 and finishes off with figures of 4 for 18 in 4 overs. It's dance time. Bring out the dancing shoes.
Makacha.
Very little away.
Happy moment for Zim. Brilliant walk by Owen.
18 runs in. Great work also from Tadiwana Shemarumani, the sweeper who ran in a long way to finish his get to allotted that 4 delivery and have been be able to complete the catch. He's picked up wickets. 97 for 6 at the moment, Kenya. An economy of just 4.6. Needing 100 of 7 overs. Goes up. It's another opportunity. Turned. Taken. Muzondo picked up his 4th wicket, 3rd of the over. This is why this young man already had 2 player of the match
and you would have
awards
imagined that
for such moments
be in this position
where he's able to provide a breakthrough to his team when needed.
Things up at the top. Tashinga now, that's it. Starting with a slower delivery. Goes big but couldn't make much of that one. Brilliant catch. Muramani
Kenya have lost
just making an easy walk of that one.
In a space of 2 overs. And was pitched up full and tried to play against the turn. But couldn't get
things shifted quickly.
Enough distance on that one. Owen Muzondo picks up 4 and finishes off with figures of 4 for 18 in 4 overs. It's dance time. Bring out the dancing shoes.
Big drive.
Makacha.
Misses it totally.
Happy moment for Zim. Brilliant work by Owen. Pressure there by Clive Madande.
Great work also from Tadiwana Shemarumani, the sweeper who ran in a long way
good work just to make
to
sure
get to that delivery and be able to complete the catch.
We saw him against Nigeria yesterday.
97 for 6 at the moment, Kenya.
The class acts.
Needing 100
flashy
of 7 overs.
And this will go all the way. Few that comes around it.
Things have turned.
Maramani. That's what happens when doing the hard yards, just ensuring that it's just a single. Managed to set this uprightly. And you would have imagined that
just
they would be in this position.
Deep squares
Neil Mugabe and Collins setting things up at the top.
Off the pads there.
Tashinga now.
But great work from
starting
these
with
two bowlers. Sekiro's been putting on pressure from the other end, while Mzondo has been picking up wickets on the other.
Kenya have lost 4 wickets
working
for
in
only
tandem.
1 run. In a space
showing
of
that
2
Zimbabwe, they don't give up in the fight. They have been put under the knife, but they have quickly forged through.
They're now into the 13th over. Big booming drive doesn't come from the middle of the bat. It'll just be one big drive, misses it totally. Lucas Ndanderson.
Some intensity by the Zimbabwean fielders. They continue to put the pressure up. Clive Madande converting 2s to 1s to the medium paces, throwing everything in the sink to ensure the pressure